Start recording?
Yes.
Alright, let's go. Come, let's start at 1:45. We'll start off with an introduction. Hello, my name is Yusuf. Hello, my name is Haidar. And then,
So, this is a project beta. Well, just to open the subject.
how does the lighting look?
The lighting looks good in this camera.
What about the camera? Do you want the main lights off, like the white lights, or you want on?
The lights of that,
Yeah.
I think it looks better with these lights on. I'll check.
Oh wait, why don't you stay in the frame? I'll check.
Don't worry.
I just want to see how it looks. It's all right. I think you put an SD card in, a better one for us. I already told you about that.
it works.
I put a 256 gigabyte one.
Yeah, it looks 10 times better. Looks much better.
Perfect. With the light off?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. Do you want me to connect you? Perfect. Wi-Fi and everything set up. I just put random letters. Ready whenever you are.
Yes. Almost.
How many episodes do you think we're going to be doing?
Indefinitely. Many episodes as possible.
Hmm?
Many episodes as possible. It doesn't
Okay.
have to be
Perfect. I might get a phone call, by the way.
You have to put it on mute. Which phone call? Is it emergency?
Or delivery. Courier, so nothing done. Okay. John.
PC. Do you think it would be better if we open the subject up like using our phone?
Yeah. But let's try to find a way to hide your laptop, okay?
Yes, I know how to do this.
Alright, do it. Maybe just set it down. I mean,
I can.
let's do that fast because I don't want to go over the parking.
Can you test the microphone 1 second?
Hello, 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 hello. Hello.
Test.
Hello,
That's fine.
hello. Yeah, perfect.
I'll just see if it works there.
done now? So,
Hello? Hello?
just go towards the end.
Yeah, it works.
Okay, perfect.
Test. Hello?
Alright.
If you need any help, guys, I'm here.
Alright, perfect.
Yeah?
Sure.
1 minute. Open the subject outline. It's just so that I know exactly what to talk about. Would you like to do the introduction, or is it me?
I prefer to the introduction. And also, I just wanted to say before, let's try to do tomorrow after class, right after class, from the next episode.
The ones
Right.
we're doing now?
You said we're filming today and Thursday now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Push that, well, not push, pull back Thursday one to tomorrow.
Okay.
So I can try and free up my week possibly. Alright,
Yes.
sounds good to you.
Because remember, we also have a guest speaker.
The guest speaker.
Yeah.
For the podcast or for the class?
For the podcast.
Yes. Let's try to make it for tomorrow. When's the guest speaker? It's meant for Thursday, this Thursday, yes? Yo,
Yeah.
it's meant for this Thursday, yes?
Yes.
Can you try and push it back to Wednesday?
Yeah, I'll see if he accepts it.
Alright, just ask him.
In 20 seconds, we will start. We can start.
Alright. I'll say the first point, and then we alternate. You second, me third, you fourth, I fifth, then you move it off, and then now
So you do the first point and I do the second.
Yeah, but let me handle the introduction.
Yes.
If you want to handle the exit, let me know.
Exit.
Yeah.
You do the exit.
Okay, I do introduction and I do both?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. What time are we on? So I know we should go for it.
12:25.
No, it's the time, okay. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Hello guys, welcome to our project beta. My name is Yusuf.
And my name is Haider.
So obviously throughout the podcast, while making the podcast, we have gotten a lot of feedback from our professors and our peers, and we just want to list that feedback out back to you.
And when it comes to the changes that we will implement in our future episodes,
No, yes, of course. So starting off with the first point, change the background so that it looks like we're sitting in a car dealership or a car cafe or a cafe that could be themed that matches our podcast. Put some toys on the table, which we have done over here, which is the start. Let me just show it to you. Obviously, there will be more coming in. Anyways, for the second point, Haida.
Yeah, so when it comes to the idea of conducting a podcast, obviously the episodes can be it usually goes around anywhere from 30 to 40 minutes long. So I don't think many people would find a 40-minute podcast to be productive or practical. And for this purpose, we decided to create a short video capturing the most relevant parts of the long podcast. So even though we do make long episodes, we will break it down into smaller clips for our viewers to watch so that they can be entertained due to their attention span being limited.
Okay. And for the third point is to make the introduction more energetic and more welcoming so we can capture the audience. Obviously, we're trying to make a start of that as if this video is an example with the way of my tone and the way I'm speaking to you guys right now, the way I'm projecting my voice.
Yes, so coming back to my point I made about making a short video capturing the most relevant part of the long podcast, I just wanted to emphasize some of the points that we can do it. We review the podcast and identify the most engaging or impactful moment that people want to highlight. And also, these can be edited and ensuring that they are seamless, that there's a seamless transition between them to maintain a flow and coherence. And also, I'm going to add captions or text overlays to emphasize key points or to provide context for viewers who might be unfamiliar with the podcast. So obviously, when it comes to the most relevant part of the podcast, we can capture these most relevant parts, and also we can give more description into it. And I also wanted to emphasize that we want to include dynamic visuals such as relevant images, animations, or graphics, like what you're seeing right now, and also graphics to enhance the video's appeal and maintain viewers' interest. And lastly, I wanted to keep the video concise and engaging, aiming for a length of around 1 to 2 minutes to maximize its shareability on social media platforms. Coming back to my second point, it's to remove the laptop from the background. So you would usually see it here, which is unfortunate because people want to see us more. So obviously the laptop is removed from the background, and you have a visible picture of both of us. And we made it safely positioned so that it is not obstructing any movement or causing any hazards maybe, and ensure that the absence of the laptop does not leave any noticeable gaps or inconsistencies in the overall background setting.
Okay, going on to the next point. Make it more entertainment. Have a bit of an argument, and also to not fake it, obviously, and make the debate a bit more lively, I guess you could say.
Also, when it comes to making it more entertaining, I also wanted to stress the fact that we want to encourage lively and engaging discussions between the hosts by selecting topics that naturally evoke different opinions and perspective.
No, yeah, of course.
Yeah, the reason why is because even though we are doing it in our podcast, we wanted to make it more dramatic or more entertaining. So, like I said, we can add some visuals and basic representation of what we're trying to portray. And also, when it comes to our research for specific types of topic, I wanted to conduct research and prepare thought-provoking questions or controversial statements that can spark interest, debates, or arguments. Like, for example, when it comes to the topic of hybrid versus electric vehicles, I specifically talked about how hybrid vehicles is technically not as bad for the environment compared to electric vehicles. Now, some people have different opinions, but I just wanted to stress the fact that when it comes to greener vehicles like hybrid or maybe diesel-powered vehicles or even electric vehicles, they technically do have the same background carbon emissions compared to the gasoline counterparts. And obviously we had to provide a platform for guests or experts who can contribute to the argument or share alternative viewpoints, fostering diverse and engaging conversation. So for the future episodes, we're going to have people coming in. They will be our guest speakers.
Yeah, and obviously, hopefully by then, for the next upcoming episodes, we will be able to improve on this feedback and make sure that the podcast is done and executed from the best of our ability. Anyways, guys, I just want to say one more point. Obviously, with the episodes being kind of long and not engaging, obviously I understand that. We also wanted to add maybe like a 2-minute to 1-minute introduction towards it instead of going right into it in order to make it more engaging for you guys audience. Anyways, guys, I just want to say thank you guys for listening.
Thank you guys for listening, or perhaps I can cut that part and talk about just 2 more points.
My God, you are taking way too long. Look at the time now. What's the time on the laptop?
It's
On the laptop.
12.
On the laptop for the...
No, because that's the part that I'm actually organizing things.
Okay, then go on. You just cut it.
I can make bloopers for that
No
moment.
worries.
Okay, so like you talked about, give audience an overview of the podcast in the first 60 or 120 seconds, which is practically 1 to 2 minutes. So obviously the introduction must be more engaging. We do have an introduction for our first 3 episodes, but the energy aspect is what really matters. And also giving an overview for the podcast is what really matters when it comes to the 30-minute podcast or 40-minute podcast, because who would want to watch that long podcast if the viewers have no idea of what the podcast is about. So with that being said, I would like to wrap it up. And
Thank you guys for listening to our beta. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one, in our next podcast.
thank you guys for watching, and I'll be around.
All right, bye.
See you.
Your points were way too long, by the way.
It's perfect. Now we move to.
Your points were too long, by the way.
It's fine.
It's supposed to be 3 minutes. What's the time on the thing now?
I can.
But what is the time now? I'm just curious.
12 minutes and 50 seconds. I can.
That's 7 minutes, by the way. Like, okay, cut minutes. What
But
is
you know, like the 7 minutes, we were just like hanging around.